Hey kids, it's me, Toni Homeperm, the singing diva of Long Island. If you enjoy videos where you get to see me create a fabulous drag look, well then guess what? You've tuned in to the right channel. Although today I'm doing something a little bit different. I've already filmed the video for this look, although I did change the lip. I'll tell you about that a little later. I figured as long as I was doing this look, which is very green for St. Patrick's Day, and when I was preparing, getting ready, pulling out palettes and things to do the look, I pulled out so many green themed palettes from my collection. I said, well gosh, why don't I just do another video where I show you all my very green themed palettes. And I do have quite a lot in my makeup collection. I'm almost tempted to say I probably have more green themed palettes in my collection than any other color. I may have to count, but I do have a lot. I have to admit, I cannot resist a green palette. They just, I just love them so much. With that being said, let me show you the green palettes that I have in my collection. I thought I would actually start with more mainstream stuff. This one, I'm sure you will all remember, and I haven't actually even used it yet. It's from e.l.f. It's their bite-size palette, one of their bite-size palettes, and this is in the hot jalapeno color. And let me put it up there for you to see. It's a very beautiful palette. For a while, it was like you couldn't even find this in the store. I don't know if they're still selling it. They changed their, they changed the palettes that they have out on the shelves so much. But this one was like, everybody was going crazy for this for a while, and I should do a look with it. I did just actually get another e.l.f. palette, that Cookies and Cream, and I really want to do a look with that. I mean, you can see like the darkest green is really pigmented, and that medium one, that sort of grungy green gold, that one's sort of meh, and that gold, I mean, they're okay. The shimmers are meh. The mattes are pretty good. I mean, I know I could make a decent drag look with this if I wanted to. Of course, the thing is, I have so many other palettes, especially green theme palettes, that are way better than this one. Another one from e.l.f. that I have, I believe this is the Mint Melt palette. It's a very minty green palette, and again, like the mattes seem okay. I don't know about the shimmer. Actually, this white shimmer is pretty nice, and that minty one. This one is I would say is probably better than the Fiery Jalapeno, especially for the shimmers. Yeah, this one I think I definitely need to do a look with this one. Of course, what would a green palette collection be without Colourpop's Just My Luck? Probably one of the most quintessential green palettes, and I've done some looks with this already, not in videos, but for performances, and it's a good palette. I like it. Not my favorite green, but it's pretty good. Let me see this. How's that shimmer? I mean, that's a really nice green shimmer, and yeah, the dark green matte is pretty good. I mean, I've never had an issue with any Colourpop shadows in my collection. They always perform good. Some colors are better than others, but I've never had anything that was terrible. Everything is like good. Some stuff is like great, and yeah, that's about how I would rank Colourpop. Also from Colourpop, my Mint to Be. Yeah, when I saw this one, I was like, I had to have that one too. No, it's much more pastel, more minty than the Just My Luck. This matte, I mean, this shimmer though, that one is really beautiful. It's a beautiful minty shimmer. So beautiful on the eyelid. That one is really nice too. And that one. I mean, The shimmers in this are really, really nice. And I mean, Colourpop, they're very inexpensive. So you can get really good quality eyeshadow at a very affordable price. Another Colourpop, the High Tide. Now this is more teal than green, but you know, teal is very close to green, and some of the colors lean more blue, but some of them are definitely greenish, like that one and that one, that shimmer. It's very green blue, but it's a really beautiful palette, and unfortunately I haven't even used this one yet. I don't know if I've even swatched it. How is that? Oh, that's really pretty. Let's try the darkest matte. Ooh, really nice. Yeah, I definitely need to do a look with this one. Last but not least from Colourpop, and definitely green leaning, it's the Mandalorian palette. I mean, how could it not be? You know, with Baby Yoda, you would have to have some, you know, greenish tones in there. Although they're definitely more grungy, more neutral in this palette. Let's see, how's that sort of grungy green? Yeah, very pigmented. Let's see, this shimmer. Yeah, really nice, like white gold. I'm trying to think if I've done a video just with this palette, and I don't think I have. I think I've included it in a video where I was curating my own palette, because this happens to be one of those that the pans can pop out. They're magnetic in this one, and again, Colourpop, the quality is very good, and they're very affordable. Next, this is from Chic. They did their Zodiac collection, and I think these two palettes are really the only two that are like predominantly all green. And I haven't done looks with these two yet, but I will. That's one of the things on my calendar, is to do a Zodiac look for each month, and I haven't gotten to the next month yet. But we have Virtuous Virgo, and here it is. It's a very sort of yellowy, grungy green, and the few palettes that I have already done looks with, I think except for the Capricorn, I was pretty happy with the looks. And actually, I think I did use the Capricorn in conjunction with another palette, and it worked much better. So, well, let me just swatch something for you. That's like the darkest color in the palette, and I was surprised at how pigmented the shadows were in this. Well, that's a really pretty color. And let's see this gold. I don't know if that's a... Wow. I don't think that's a glitter. It's sort of like a flaky satin formula, but that's really, really spectacular. So I'm looking forward to using Virtuous Virgo when I get to Virgo month. And the other green theme palette from their Zodiac collection, this is Perceptive Pisces. I did a look with this palette, and I really liked how it came out. It's a very more of a green blue seafoam kind of a palette, but I still consider it a green palette, and this had some really beautiful colors in it, and I think that shimmer was really nice too. And I think this one was, yeah, that's the one. That one was really, really nice. So it's got some really beautiful colors in it. And the price on these was really, really good. I mean, very affordable. I think I had a coupon, and I got them for like $4 and change or something, all of them. I mean, it was very, very inexpensive. And I just like having the whole set. Call me a completist. Okay, now back in the day, this was my OG green palette. When I saw this one, I had to have it. And unfortunately, she's been dethroned by some, you know, better green palettes. But it's the Huda Beauty. I think this is the, yes, Emerald Obsessions. And it's a little 9-pan palette. And actually, when I look at it now, it's not really that green. mean, that color is very green. Although it's actually more of like a teal. And then you've got this sea foam. I mean, yeah, it's a sea foam. It's a sea foam green, but all the other colors, not really green. I guess that one is sort of greenish. That shimmer, yeah, it's sort of a grungy green shimmer. How's that gold? Yeah, and really it's more of a gold, and everything else is basically neutral. And that one in the middle, that's a blue. that's not green at all. So yeah, when I look at it now, it's like it's not very green for an Emerald Obsession palette. But for the longest time, whenever I was going to do a green look, I grabbed this. But I have so many more palettes now that are way more green than this one. Oh, now this palette. This is a really good green palette from Makeup Revolution. This is the Chilled palette. And when you look at this, I mean, it really has a lot of greens. Unfortunately, it has some glitter too, but it has some really nice grungy greens. It's also got some neutral tones, and I did quite a few looks with this palette, and I think it's kind of a dupe for the Melt. Is it the Gemini palette? I'm pretty sure because at the time, Makeup Revolution, they were doing a lot of dupe palettes. They have one for the Jeffree Star Blue Blood too, and I have that one too. But yeah, I did quite a few looks with this one, and it actually has really nice pigmentation. I did a lot of green looks with this one, and it's a nice palette, nice shimmer. And you know, Makeup Revolution, very affordable. Oh, I am covered in green glitter, but really for me that's kind of a dream come true. Okay, I think that was pretty much all of the mainstream brands, unless you want to consider this company mainstream. And I'm talking about BH Cosmetics. I don't know, would they be considered indie or mainstream? I'm not really sure. But we'll put them right in between the mainstream and the ones that I know are indie. This way they'll sort of be like the bridge between them. Anywho, one of my favorite green palettes, the BH Cosmetics Absinthe palette. This was from their Poison Shot collection. I've used this in a lot of videos. It's just such a beautiful green palette. I mean, it goes from really deep dark green like that to this shimmer called Elixir. Look at that. Look at how beautiful it is. I mean, it's just such a beautiful palette. Oh, that matte, that shimmer. I mean, it's a beautiful palette. One of my favorite palettes, not just one of my favorite green palettes, but one of my favorite palettes. I gotta keep cleaning my hands. Also from BH Cosmetics, from their Sweet Shop collection. Also one of my favorite palettes, in addition to being one of my favorite green palettes, the Pistachio Palette. This one is just so good. I mean, you've got like this matte, which is so deep and dark and delicious and pigmented. So dark that it almost works as like a black, even though it's like a green, a very sort of dark blue green. But it also goes as light as that, and then you have like these beautiful light shimmers. Look at those. I mean, you can create such beautiful looks with this palette. It's just such a beautiful green palette. Now I have two more palettes from BH Cosmetics. These are from the Birthstone collection. First we have May, which is the Emerald palette. And I haven't even used this one yet. I was waiting for May. Because I felt it was just more apropos to wait for May to use this one. And honestly, it's not all that green. So it's so misleading. Emerald, okay? Emerald. green packaging. And then we open it up, and I don't know, where's the emerald? I haven't even swatched this. Let's see how that burgundy color is. Well, you know, very pigmented, because that's one thing with BH Cosmetics. Yeah, definitely very, very pigmented. I mean, the formula is great. Not really sure what kind of a look I would do with this one, but it's a beautiful palette. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's not really a green palette. Oh well. Also from the Birthstone collection, the Peridot. This is for August. And again, it's not very green, is it? Really, except for, well, I guess this matte. Let's see. Yeah, that's sort of a, you know, a dark olive green. Let's see, how is that shimmer? Oh, that's really beautiful. Sort of reminds me of Elixir from the Absinthe palette. But the other colors are not really green. That's a blue. Is that a glitter? Yeah, I think so. But very beautiful. And then those orangey colors. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting come August. What kind of a look am I going to create with this? Okay, from Rude Cosmetics, we have my Love palette. This is from their Spellbook collection. And it's really more of a teal palette. But, you know, teal is close enough to green for me. I love teal, I love green, I love blue. And I've done a few videos with this palette. It's a beautiful palette. It's like one of my favorite teal palettes. Although I haven't really compared it to the High Tide. I may have to do that. But this palette, the formula is just so good. And I love all the looks that I've created with this palette. It's just beautiful. I love it. Oh, I almost forgot this one. Give Me Glow, the Juicy Olive. And I used this in part to create the look on the eyes that I'm wearing today. The Juicy Olive collection is a very grungy green palette. And the Give Me Glow formula is so good. The mattes are so pigmented, so blendable, so buttery. It's really good. And it's not swatching too good on my fingers because I've been cleaning them. Let's see. Let me just show you this shimmer. Yeah, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. If you like grungy greens, this is a grungy green lover's dream, this palette. Also from Rude Cosmetics, this is the Hardstyle palette from their EDM collection. And it's a beautiful little 6-pan green palette. It's probably one that I would use with another palette, though, for deepening, because the greens are kind of light, and I need depth in my drag looks. But it's a beautiful palette, and I have used it in a video, and I made a beautiful look. So I'm happy to have it in my collection. From City Color, from their Paradise Love collection, this is the Green Vibes palette. It's a little difficult to open. Here it is. It's a beautiful green themed palette. A little more like yellowy green, but still very green. It does have a glitter in it. Not everybody likes glitter, but it's a beautiful green palette. More on the softer side, I guess you might want to say. But the matte's very pigmented. Shimmers are, you know, they're okay, but it's a very affordable green palette. Also from City Color, not a palette, but this is one of their Be Bold liquid pigment liners, and I actually used the glitter side for my glitter eyebrows today. Let me see if I can swatch this for you, so you can see how it looks. It's really, really beautiful. And the other side is like a matte liquid eyeshadow. So it's a fun little product to have in my collection. Okay, the green palettes, they just keep on trucking. The Loki palette from Notoriously Morbid. I love this palette. It's a little messy because the formula is it's one of those types of shimmers that it's kind of soft and a little feathery, but I mean it just looks so beautiful on the eye. And I did a video with this, and I think some of the colors are very similar to the Odin's Eye Huda Palette. I did a video where I was duping the Huda palette out of my own collection, and this palette, I forget which colors, but are very similar to some of the tones in the Odin's Eye, and it's just such a beautiful palette. Like, you know, you have this, which is it's like a multi-chrome. I don't know if it'll show on camera. This green gold shimmer, it's just so beautiful. Let me see if I swatch it. Yeah, you can sort of see the shift there. Beautiful. It's just such a beautiful little palette, and this deep dark green matte. It's not swatching too well, but it looks really good on the eye. But I just love this palette. Okay, this is one that I've had for quite a while. It's from Moonslice Beauty, and it's their Emerald Moon palette, and it's a beautiful green palette, and it has a lot of different tones of green in it. It goes a little bit blue, a little bit neutral, but it's a really beautiful palette, and it's a really nice formula, and I've done a few looks with it, and it's a really nice palette. They haven't really done anything other than these 15 pan ones. I think I have the purple and the blue too, and I think there was a neutral one, but I wish they would. The formula is really good. Next is the Kimchi Chic Virgin Mojito palette. It is a beautiful little green and yellow themed eyeshadow palette. This one actually has one green shimmer in it. This one. This is the most like Kelly green shimmer I think I have out of all of my palettes. It's a really beautiful color. I used it in the look that I created yesterday, and it's really beautiful. Beautiful Kelly green. The yellow is really good too. So yeah, it's a really beautiful bright green yellow palette, and yes, I can't wait to do some more with it. Okay, one of the OG green indie palettes. It's the Kaleidos. This is Futurism 2, the sci-fi green. Again, like the Juicy Olive, this is like a grungy green lover's dream. Although also, as I look at it now, I'm sort of like, you know, it's not as green as I always thought it was. Definitely, like this color and this color, they're very green, although they're kind of very similar. I didn't really realize that. The golds, though, I mean, Kaleidos, their shimmer formula is really beautiful. And the black in this, the black is like one of the best blacks in my collection. Look how black it is. I actually just got the new black quad that they came out with, and one of the things that I want to do is I want to compare the black from this one to that palette and see which one is better. And actually I may do a comparison of all the blacks in my collection. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that and seeing what's the best black. Also from Kaleidos, I love this. It's their Laser Glazer highlighter, which I don't think they're making it anymore. I don't think you can get it, but that's what it looks like in the pan. And I've used this in a lot of my green looks. It like looks very brown in the pan, but then when you see it there, the reflect is green, and it looks so beautiful as a highlight. And I actually found from my Good Judy Ashley Jade's makeup company Chaotic Cosmetics, which, by the way, you can find them at urbanoutfitters.com now. Congratulations, Ashley Jade. This is one of her Alien Glow powders. This is in the color Starbright, and it's kind of similar to the laser Glazer. It's a little bit more pigmented. I actually used it as my highlight today, and actually on my skin, and I said it when I did the video, it's probably too pigmented for me to really use as a highlight, because it leaves a little bit of a cast. But you know what? I don't care. I put it on and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. So if you want something like Laser Glazer, you could always get this from Chaotic. Also from Chaotic, they have some beautiful cake liners. Like this is Sour Apple. It's like a beautiful metallic green. I don't have any water, otherwise I would wet them and show them to you. That's a metallic. Glow stick. I think this might be one of the UV ones, but beautiful, beautiful green. And this one, I think this is, oh gosh, I can't remember the name. Energy Shock. So I'll have to look it up. The video that I did with this look, I actually used this on the lid. That's the color there. I used a cake liner to cut the crease, and it worked beautifully. And it's so opaque, and it's just stunning. I love it. Oh, now as I was saying when I started the video, when I did this look for my video, I had a nude lip, and I don't know, I just said, let's switch it up just a little bit for this video. Let me do a different color. So it's one of the only green lipsticks I have from Maybelline. I think this came out around Halloween. Serpentine, and it's a metallic formula, and that's it there. It's like a bullet. I don't usually use bullet lipsticks, but that's it there. And I just felt it needed a little bit of a zhuzh, so I grabbed my Alien Glow powder from Chaotic, and I just put some of that down over it. I'm going to put a little more. Why? Because we're extra like that. Love it. Well, I think that's everything in my collection that's like really, really green. So, what can I say? I hope that you enjoyed this little stroll with me through all the green products in my collection. Now, if you like this video, then please hit the like button down below. And of course, as long as you're clicking the like button, you might as well click on the subscribe and the notification bell. You can also catch me in my weekly podcast, God'll Get You for That, Walter. It's the show I do with Tom Cat. We review episodes of the 1970s sitcom Maude, which starred B. Arthur. We talk about how things were in the 1970s, how things have changed, and in many ways how things have still stayed the same. There's also my internet variety show, Naughty or Nice, with the horror diva Alexis Flame. We have a line of merchandise for Naughty or Nice, including the Naughty or Nice eyeshadow palette, and the details for all the shows, all the merchandise, everywhere you can find me, Toni Homeperm, on social media. It's all listed down below. Well, kids, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see all of you again in the next one. Bye-bye.